What's going on, guys? Dots Gaming here, and today we're going to be going over a movement guide for Apex Legends. I'm just going to be going over some quick additional movement things that you can incorporate into your gameplay while playing to help you move faster and quicker around the map. These are all really important things that you want to try to incorporate into your gameplay because movement in Apex Legends is incredibly important. Let me actually do this on a character that isn't so big like
now for the right choice.
So movement inside of Apex, incredibly important. This will allow you to get to where you want to go faster, allow you to engage and disengage from gunfights quicker, and make it harder for people to keep up with you. And knowing how the momentum and movement systems inside of Apex Legends work is extremely important for success. So we're just going to go over a couple of quick things today that I have found useful when incorporating into my gameplay and helping me move around the map. So the first thing that we are going to go over is the most staple movement thing in the game, and that is the slide jump. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to, be standing with your weapons holstered. Best way to do it, and go into a sprint. You want to slide and then press your jump key. So for me, that's C into spacebar. Okay, because this basically kind of helps you when you're already moving at max speed. This helps propel you forward even faster. You'll notice that if you're, running next to a teammate in game and you hit your slide jump, you will be moving faster than they are. Now, you have to time it right. If you jump too early, you'll kind of end up stifling yourself like I did there, and you'll actually slow yourself down. You need to slide for a decent amount of time into your jump, and that will help propel you forward. Now, this is useful in a multitude of ways besides just on the ground as well. You could actually, after climbing something, if you're sprinting towards it, I got to make sure I get it right. So you climb, you can actually incorporate a slide jump right after the climb. I keep messing up on it. Let me see if I get this here. So you go into climb, slide jump. So you're able to get your really full speed momentum immediately after the climb. We saw I got that one before. So it helps you continue your movement really quickly right after a climb. You just have to time it right, or as you can see, you'll end up just crouching and looking like a noob like I just did, or you'll actually do what I mentioned before, where you're going to do the little thing where you just kind of face plant into the ground. You need to time it right after the climb, ever so slightly after you get off that climb, and you'll be able to just slide jump at full speed as if you were already at a max speed sprint. Now, besides that, we also have momentum redirect. This is something that I am still working on incorporating into my own gameplay. I know how to do it here in the training grounds, but I'm still working on incorporating it into my own gameplay. And this allows you to basically make 90-degree turns really quickly. So at full speed, it looks like this. Okay, so basically what you're going to want to do to accomplish that is you're going to want to do a sprint into a slide jump. And now after the slide jump, if you want to go left, you're going to face your camera to the right and hold A and then S. And if you want to go to the right, you're going to want to face your camera to the left and then hold D and then S. So towards the left, slide jump AS. Towards the right, slide jump DS. So this is really good for turning corners really quickly. You're basically redirecting your momentum and velocity to keep you going to have you change directions really quickly, but you maintain your momentum from the original sprint. Because if you were to try to make a 90-degree turn like this, you're going to lose some of that momentum as you turn that corner, because sharp turns will cause you to lose your velocity. But using a momentum redirect will help get you around that corner really quickly. Now, that's another thing that I actually want to cover, and that is going to be turning. When you turn, it's actually, if you notice, it's a little bit slower if I turn with my directional keys than if I just use little mouse movements. You want to use very gradual mouse turns when running. You don't want to sweep back and forth because you're gonna end up moving slower. You just want to do little gradual turns like this, and it'll help keep your velocity and your momentum going straight. Now, besides that, we also have air strafing. So air strafing is basically what you want to do after a slide jump. What the absolute hell was that? So after a slide jump, basically, you're going to want to slide jump and hold one of your strafing keys. So either A or D. So slide jump A keeps me going this way. Slide jump D. Slide jump A. So this allows you to basically strafe and change directions in the air. As you can see, I messed that one up. But So it allows you to strafe while you're in the air, so it keeps your momentum going in different directions, so it helps you change directions quickly, and it also helps you dodge bullets because it makes your movement a little bit more unpredictable while inside the air. So besides air strafing, we also, like I already went over, turning. We also have sliding off edges. Now, I don't know if this is the best place to show it. It's best shown actually on World's Edge. But if you slide off of a ledge, like, you know, let me just go up here and show you guys. Something like this, like one of these ledges. If you slide off that ledge, it'll actually kind of propel you forward a little bit. So I don't know if this is going to be the best spot to show it. So you slide, slide, slide. Every time you hit an edge, you kind of pick up a little bit more speed. So it's really, really good to actually try to slide off of edges if you're going downhill. If you find like multiple rocks right next to each other, as you slide down and hit each edge, you'll actually pick up a little bit more speed and kind of boosts you forward. So it's a really good way to do things if you're going downhill. You can also kind of just do a similar thing if you're going down a hill like this, incorporating slide jumps into your downward motion. So you just kind of slide and then jump. Slide when you hit the ground, jump again, and you can just keep that momentum going all the way down a hill, and it'll help really keep you moving at a fast rate. You also have wall bouncing. Now, wall bouncing is something that I am still kind of working on and incorporating my gameplay. I don't really use it all too often, and I really need to start to use it more. And basically what you do is you just bounce right off the wall. So you basically slide jump, and you bounce right off. I kind of fucked that up. Let me see. It's like I said, it's still something I am working on. Because you need to time it just right to get an instant wall bounce. I mean, as you can see, mine's slightly delayed, but that's because my character's going into a slight climb, which you don't want to do. But I could tell you how to do it. Like I said, as you can tell, I'm still working on it. So you want to run toward the wall, slide, jump, and then, see, there we go. And then you'll bounce right off the wall. So, slide, okay, jump, let go of your W key, and then press the space bar again. So slide, jump, let go of W, space bar. Slide, jump, let go of W, spacebar. There we go. That one was perfect. So that's basically what you want to do. Slide, jump, let go of W, spacebar. Right when you hit the wall, and that'll cause you to bounce off of it. So that is how to use wall bounce. You can use wall bounce to like if you're like in a corner like this or something. Like let's say there was another wall that went this way towards my left. You could like hit the wall here, and you could wall bounce through this trajectory up and over the wall to prevent you from having to do a climb. That's something that you could do. You could also use it to kind of like, you know, if you're fighting somebody who's standing right here, you can run towards the wall, jump, and kind of bounce, except where I just fucked up. And you can kind of jump over them to kind of give you a more advantageous position during a gunfight. One thing that's like I said, one thing I want to kind of improve at as I play more and more is incorporating some of the like that type of movement tech into my gameplay. But it's a good thing to know how to do for if the opportunity arises to use it. Now, besides wall bouncing, the last thing that I want to talk about is doing zip lines. So if you incorporate, especially a vertical zip line, if you just run up to it, jump, and start to climb, except for I pressed the wrong key. If you jump to start the climb, you can actually use it as like a little bit of a like a speed boost. You kind of use it to project yourself forward a little bit. They can use that to pick up some extra speed. With horizontal zips, on the other hand, a really, really good thing to do, I'll show you guys, to make it harder for people to hit you while you're zipping, is to kind of jump up in the air and then come back down towards the zip. So I'll kind of show you guys here really fast what I'm talking about. Because if you just take a zip straight across, you're going to be an easy trackable target and people are going to be able to gun you down. You want to make it as hard for people to attack you as possible. So basically, you're going to want to ride, just jump, E, jump, E, jump, E, jump, E. And basically, this makes you harder to track. I mean, you could jump off in all different directions. You can go off pretty far off the zip line and still be able to get back on. Now, with vertical zip lines, if you want to make it harder for people to hit you, what I would recommend doing is just spinning around the zip line. It makes it way harder for people to hit you. Now, I know that some players like Dizzy and Ace, they can do this thing where they ride this up, they like hop off and then immediately get back on. I still cannot do that. I can do it inside of the tank, inside of like the construction towers inside of Cap City, but I can't do it on just like a raw zip line like this. So basically what you could try to do if you want to give it a shot for yourself is you can ride this up, you jump off and try to immediately turn around and then jump back on the zip. As you can tell, it takes a lot of timing. I still can't do it yet, and it's still something I'm practicing, but if you guys want, you can also give that a try for yourself. But that's most of the movement I want to go over today, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this guide in the comment section below. These are all the advanced movement techs I've been trying to incorporate into my gameplay the more and more I play. And I'd say the biggest one that you really, really need to focus on when you're playing is slide jumping. Slide jumping is ridiculously important and in air strafing. Slide jumping and being able to kind of redirect your motion a little bit when you're going from place to place is really, really important. It helps you move around faster, makes you tougher to track, tougher to shoot down. And especially when you're sliding down hills, hitting those edges, you're able to get from point A to point B much, much quicker. And you'll be able to flank and get around your enemies and take them down. So guys, let me know, like I said, what you thought about this in the comment section below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them there. If you like this video and found it helpful, I'd appreciate if you smacked a like on it. And to keep up with the great Apex content, please hit that sub button as well as the bell to keep notifications on. So thank you guys for watching today. Really appreciate it. As always, I'm Dots Gaming, and I'll see you all very soon.